Hello, we are at the Oregon Inlet Bridge and near the Pea Island Life-Saving Station, going on another fun shore beach walk. And I just walked down and picked up some snails. So you can kind of see the body of them in here. This is known as the operculum. So when the snail doesn't want to let things into its shell, it will put this out and kind of cover up the opening of the shell. And you can also see some little barnacles have grown on the back of these guys. So that's pretty fun. So, new find. Haven't seen these in the Outer Banks yet. Gonna take some pictures of them and try to go identify and figure out if I can determine what actual type of snail this is. Looking around the rocks and stuff, and I spotted more, well, snail shells, but if you take a closer look inside of them, you see the occupants of these shells are not snails anymore, but hermit crabs. So while snails are mollusks, they are in class gastropoda, which is different from the bivalves that I've talked about before. So bivalves are made up of 2 shells. These guys are just 1 shell. But the hermit crabs are not actually gastropods. They're crustaceans like other crabs. They're just making use of this shell as a home. And this one's got a really pretty barnacle that grew on it too. So let me go put these guys back so they can enjoy their actual life, not being scooped up by me. I should have brought my freaking boots, man. All right, got ourselves another hermit crab. I might save him up here. I want a pretty that's a pretty shell. Oh no! Simba! Sorry, what? Sorry, little buddy. Oh, there's little shrimpies. Okay, you stay here. There's so many hermit crabs down here. These are all hermit crabs. This is so cool. Here, let me grab a picture of this guy real quick so I can put him back in his home. Here you go, little buddy. Whoa. There's like at least 10 to 15 hermit crabs down here. Got some pictures of the hermit crabs in their environment. So hermit crabs take the shells of other things to live in, and when they outgrow their shell, they'll go and find a new one. We also got some nice barnacle action here on the rocks. Pretty fun. Haven't seen a lot of like rocky beach action down in the Outer Banks, so this is a fun spot to find. And then there's some oysters right there too. Found some more snails after wandering around the rocks. And these guys haven't closed up yet, so you can see more of their bodies all up in there. So, woo! And there's that operculum right there, that hard thing that seals off the outer edge of the shell. And then this part that comes out that the snail likes to walk on is called its foot. So I can get it to kind of close up a little bit. There you go. Snails. Hello, I am back at the beach next to the Oregon Inlet Bridge and the Pea Island Life-Saving Station down in the Outer Banks. I came here yesterday evening for a different purpose and then discovered a whole bunch of snails and hermit crabs here, so I wanted to come back today at low tide with better shoes and see what I could find. And I'm finding a whole heck of a lot more snails and hermit crabs, and also these bug-looking things, which kind of look like cockroaches skittering all over the rocks. We'll have to do more research and get back to you on that. But let's keep on wandering around these rocks and finding more cool things that live inside of shells. It's a tadpole! Also, my foot has been burned. Invading the tide pool. Oh, that's a big boy. Another snail. All right, back we go. Snail is sliming my hand. Getting some of his snail slime on me. Thank you for your service, love buddy. Say goodbye to the camera. Goodbye. There you go, little buddy. Oh, you're upside down. I've been slug slimed. Snail slimed. Welcome back to the studio. I kind of forgot to film the ending to this video while I was at the beach, so I'm doing it now. But I had so much fun at this site looking for all of those snails and hermit crabs and just finding so many cool things. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I went back in from my identifications I made after filming, added in a couple pictures and what my best guess of things were. So those snails I originally saw, I believe, are Atlantic oyster drills, which is a type of predatory snail, actually, that predate on oysters. So they're actually a really big problem for commercial oyster beds because they drill into the oyster shells and eat the oysters inside. The big pretty shell that I found with a hermit crab inside of it, I believe used to belong to either a moon snail or a shark eye snail. These are two different species and their shells look very similar, and according to my research, it's kind of hard to tell them apart just from their shell. You need to look at the actual snail. There was no snail left inside of that shell. It was inhabited now by a hermit crab, so it's one of those two animals. Hope you enjoyed this and those pictures, and I just want to include in this one last picture real quick. This is of a little crab that I took on the beach, and it may be the single most cutest picture I've ever taken, so. Again, I had so much fun filming this video, finding out all this information, looking for stuff, climbing all over rocks. I hope you enjoyed it too, so thanks for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and as always, keep it sciencey!